Last month, during a White House roundtable on combating human trafficking, federal officials, they celebrated the breakup of an infant human trafficking ring. And this highlights a much deeper issue. Cartels are often profiting from illegal immigration, and too often the vulnerable, women and children especially, pay the price. I'm joined by the Daily Citizen's Emily Washburn, who wrote this story. So Emily, let's start off with this case itself, so that we're all on the same page. Can you walk us through what this infant trafficking ring was?
Yeah, so in early September, U.S. officials helped Mexican law enforcement arrest Martha Alicia Mendez Aguilar, who's known as La Diabla. She's a leading member of the Jalisco New Generation Cartel and was running an infant trafficking ring. So she would lure pregnant mothers, often poor, to a separate location where gang members would perform C-sections on them. Their babies would be taken and sold across the border, and their organs would also be harvested.
Wow. Sounds like a complex operation with obviously real victims and a high-dollar criminal incentive too. We saw officials still highlighting that at the White House last month. Why are they celebrating this victory now?
Yeah, it's part of a larger movement of U.S. counterterrorism resources to target cartel control of the border. So they're using this law enforcement victory as a broader indication that new policy changes are having an effect on cartel-led human trafficking, but also smuggling of other contraband across the border.
So this didn't happen in isolation, obviously. There's a broader context in which this takes root. What are the policy gaps that set conditions for something like this to be able to occur?
Yeah, it used to be that people that were seeking to enter the U.S. illegally could do so either on their own or with the help of a single coyote or a human smuggler. In the last 10 years or so, we've seen cartels take total control of illegal immigration. So you do not cross the border unless you have the permission of whatever cartel is in charge of that section of the border. If you fail to comply with these rules, you will be either beaten up or killed. So they are making money off of every person that goes across the border, but also every piece of contraband. So that's drugs, that's weapons. And what we've seen is that they will force large groups of people across the border so that border agents will converge on one location, and then they'll send drug mules, criminals, the really bad guys, as we would say, through the gaps in the border. So they're not only making money off of it, but they're using then people as a product to further their other organizations. So it's just a huge moneymaker for the cartels.
So you're saying that incentives matter, and when the path is chaotic and controlled by criminals, that's obviously a problem. Mm-hmm. So how do you think Christians should respond to this? Because we are called to have compassion for those who are crossing the border, but without wisdom, that can intentionally cause an even further different harms, right?
Yeah, I don't think compassion is just empathy. Compassion is having empathy, but also understanding what is actually going to help people. And what we know is that illegal immigration is incredibly physically dangerous, but it also enriches cartels. So if you incentivize illegal immigration, you are not only guaranteeing the victimization of these people, but you're also enriching an inherently exploitative industry, the kind that can co-sign the trafficking of infants.
Mm-hmm. So that balancing mercy with moral clarity, that helps with real safeguards, and I think that's crucial. We can love the illegal immigrant and oppose the systems that prey on them at the same time. That's very important to understand. Well, thank you, Emily, for reporting on this story and for reminding us that true compassion isn't just feeling bad, it's about protecting the vulnerable and disrupting the business models of traffickers. Thanks for watching this Daily Citizen video. We create lots of great content like this every day, and it's all designed to help you think critically and live differently. Please give this video a like or subscribe and consider signing up for our daily or weekly emails. I'm Zach Mettler, and we'll see you next time.